Bonjour les amis, welcome back to another Hockey Nation. It's quiet. I decide to give you a little bit more what I expect for the projection of the Atlantic Division at the end of the year of the 2025-2026. It's not my final projection, but I give you an idea about what could happen. And I decide to talk about the Montreal Canadiens are the top three best team with the most improvement during the summer. Let's dive in and talking about the reason behind my statement. First is because of Zachary Bolduc and the trade for Noah Dobson. Zachary Bolduc bring more depth on the middle six. No doubt he can play on the second line and he can play on the third line. Compared to the departure of Armia Dvorak and Eneman, Bolduc, only 21 years old, 19 goals last season, bring more on the offensive side of the game compared for the three players I just mentioned to you. He can play on the power play, and he can become now a player could be on the penalty kill for the Montreal Canadiens. For me, it's a plus. With the defenseman Noah Dobson with the departure of David Savard, that satisfies the right side for the Montreal Canadiens, and we now know if David Rebecca is going to start the season with the Montreal or not. This is a great improvement to get a right defenseman. First, it's very hard to get a defenseman on that side. Second, he's only 25 years old. Third, he can play on the power play. Fourth, he can play on the first pairing with the Montreal Canadiens, again, the best opening players during the season. And finally, he can play also on the penalty kill. Put this together, this is a great improvement overall for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season. So let's talk a little bit more about the Atlantic Division for the upcoming season. I took a stat for the website called Evolving Hockey, the win or the lose, compare what they get and what they lose during the off summer. First, it's about the net of win-loss. Toronto Maple Leafs is the worst team at 4.6. That's normal. They lost Mitch Marner over 100 points. They got a couple of new players for the upcoming season, but no close at Mitch Marner. Nicolas Roy, example. That's not good enough to compare to Mitch Marner. That's the reason they lose 4.6 win-loss for the upcoming year. Following by the Florida Panthers at 2.5. Really, coach? Yeah, they don't add a lot. Only player like Jeff Petrie. It's not good enough to give them more win for the upcoming season. And that's the reason they lost right now 2.5. Again, the Buffalo Sabres. They lost Peterka, 27 goals. Will be another difficult year for the Sabres, I believe. And finally, the Boston Bruins, they only lost 0.7. This is not a great team for the upcoming season overall for the Boston Bruins. Now, on the net of win add, Montreal Canadiens is a number one at 4.9. It's unbelievable. Ottawa is at 1.7 overall. Tampa 0.6 and the Detroit Red Wings are at 0.6. That gives you an idea, the loss versus the win. But that's not give you a guarantee to make the playoff because you add more W. Now, let's check my projection of the Atlantic Division for upcoming season. I believe the Toronto are going to finish first on that division. The Florida, they're not going to push hard, but I still believe they're going to finish second in the Atlantic Division. The surprise is Ottawa Senators. I think for the first time, Ottawa Senators are on a mission with all the players they get and the players they have experience to play in the playoff. I feel like Brady Tkachuk, he is really changing and want to bring that team for the next level. I believe Ottawa Senators is going to be a difficult team to beat during the season 2025-2026. I dropped Tampa at number 4. Some experts believe Tampa is going to be great. I understand they have Guanzel and Point, Kucherov. But at some point, every year we said, the last couple of years, They're getting older and older. We'll see what McDonough look like, Edmund, Vasilevsky, but he predict the Tampa make the playoffs. Some put them on the second and third on the Atlantic Division. I put the Montreal Canadiens there, Detroit, Buffalo, and Boston Bruins. Montreal Canadiens are going to be a wild card. If they don't have any injury, I think this is going to be a good year overall. And finally, for me, it's not only about to make the playoff. It's about developing, improving, and get some answer for evaluation of each player for the long term. We don't know yet could be that it will be ready or not. If he's ready, what kind of player is going to be now? Alex Newhook is another one we have to pay attention. And then we want to see what he looked like, Jekai, Strobel, Tobesh, and many others. So this is another year. For me, it's not a must to play in the playoff, but if we can improve as a team together and as individual players, that would be a good, successful year for the Montreal Canadiens. And of course, play meaningful game after the trade deadline for the upcoming season. And that's all we got for you today on this short video of the Ab Nation. Now is your turn. Leave me a comment. Are you agree with me? Montreal is one of the top team in the NHL with the most improved during the off summer. What do you see Montreal Canadiens in the playoff or not in the playoff? I did not talk about the number of points they're going to get in the standing because this is not my final projection. I'm going to do more in September and October. Don't forget to subscribe, click on the like, and of course, become a member of the Hockey Nation Show. And now you can join us on the Discord looking for Hockey Nation Live Show Locker Room, and you have greatness inside of you.